How are you all doing? My name is Chris and welcome to real life. It's not a game this time, it's not Minecraft, also Subnautica. It is real life. For 100 subscribers, a great thank you for getting me there. As a special for 100 subscribers, I'm gonna do a little explanation of what all my fossils are. We're starting off by the smaller ones and we'll work our way up to my beloved fern. Does anyone know how to fix it? It's rock hard for the past maybe 300 million years. What kind of soil does it need to grow again? But we'll start off with the smaller ones. We got this thing here. I am unfortunately not sure what this is. If my camera would adjust, there we go. I'm not sure what this is. It might not be a fossil at all, but it looks like a bit of a shell. Then of course we got some smaller ammonites here. These small ones, they are too small to really know what species they are, but they look amazing. Then we got this one. This is one of my oldest fossils that I have, or well, that I have for the longest amount of time. I bought this in a museum back maybe 10 or 11 years ago. And it got beautiful inside. It's nice and black. It's a great inside. You can see it right here. It's looking absolutely gorgeous. Then we'll move on to the shark teeth. This interesting small little thing. Again, I don't know how well the camera will pick this up, but I'll try my best. Got a nice little bit of shell inside. It's a nice looking one. Not sure about what this is, but it's just a nice little shell. We got a crab. It's a piece of a crab claw. This one I got 2-3 years ago. It's one of my younger fossils that I have. I don't think it's fossilized at all. I think this is maybe a few years. Well, it is hard, so it's partially stone. So I think this is one of the youngest fossils I have. Then we got some standard shark teeth, like this very little one. Barely fits on my finger. Got this one. This is the sharpest one. Cut myself a few times in this before. Then we got some standard ones. Then we're moving on to petrified wood, which is right here. This piece is also one of the fossils that I don't have for too long. This one is from Egypt. It's not from Egypt. You can literally pick them up there. It is not without permission. I don't believe you can get them to the country back. But it's a nice little piece of petrified wood from Egypt. It's nice and hard. This one is one of my first fossils I ever had, and it's a fossilized tree. It's also again fossilized wood. It's a nice color. It's nice and smooth. This is a great thing I have. This one is, I believe, I got 12 years ago, 11 or 12 years ago. Back when I first started getting into fossils, when I was a little kiddo, maybe 5 or 6 years old, I got this. I have this laying around for such a long time, and it's one of my favorites. We're moving up to this chunk here. It's from my grandparents. It's not a fossil, but it is just a fun little thing I wanted to show you as well. It's a nice, it's a big and heavy piece of pyrite. It's a nice shimmer, also known as fool's gold, and it looks amazing as well. So I'll lay that one back here as well. We're moving on to my fish vertebrae. This fish vertebrae was found on the north coast of Morocco, and it's about roughly 90 million years old. It's from the Cretaceous. I'm not sure about the species, but we guessed. I was with a few lads there, which I bought it from. They guessed it was a Encodus. I believe that's how you pronounce it, Encodus part. But it's a nice vertebrae. There are a lot of smaller little things like right here and right here. Even some pieces right here. But it's a beautiful fossil as well. This one I bought maybe a year ago. 2 years actually already. But it's a nice chunk fossil. Then we go to a fossil I don't really like to move or pick up. It's a calamite. And let me pick it up. You can already see some pieces falling off, and that's been like when I bought it, they already fell off. But It's a great fossil which I have had for some time as well. It is, why I don't like to pick it up is it has a lot of coal. You can even see it here, there's just a chunk of coal right here. If the camera focuses, there we go. Sorry if the camera resolution isn't the best, this isn't the best camera either, so I'll probably reshoot it once I get a better one. But you can see here, this is coal, it's fragile as hell. Already some pieces falling off. But this is a beautiful piece of calamite, I'm going to put it back down. It's a beautiful piece of calamite which was found in the Netherlands where I live. It was in the lower Netherlands and it is about 307 million years old. This is, once again, maybe the oldest fossil I have or the second oldest, depending on what the fern is. This is a beauty, I love it. I always wanted a piece of calamite and I now finally got one because I love horsetails. But I'm really happy with this fossil. I bought this 2 years ago. Well, I bought this together with this one. So let me put the pieces back. So it's a beautiful fossil. Now we're moving on to my most recently bought fossil. This one right here. It's supposed to be a Orthoceras with a I forgot this name. And personally, I thought this was fake. Not sure if it's real, not sure if it's fake. But I think the Orthoceras is most definitely real. Just the background I don't think is real. But once again, I am not entirely certain. But this is one of the fossils, this is one of the larger ones. But it's beautiful and I just bought it because I liked it. It was very expensive as well. A bit too expensive for my likings. But as you can see, it's a beautiful fossil here. Put it back. And now we're going to my favorites. Together with this one. These three are my favorites. Or well, two, because this is one fossil. Are my favorites. I'll get into the fern later on. This is my biggest fossil. The ammonite you see here is part of a Cleonicera species. It's a beautiful, beautiful looks, and if I can turn it around, you can see it's about the size of my hand, and it's beautiful. Got beautiful texture as well. It's well prepared. It looks amazing. They fit perfectly together. I bought this off of a museum. It's got some nice crystals in there as well. It is about 155 million years old, and it is from the it's found in Madagascar. Once again, beautiful. It's found in Madagascar and it's probably swam there 155 million years ago. It's a beauty. It's an absolute beauty. This is also, I got three ammonite species. And you can see these ones are all small, so this is the only one that's bigger that I got. But it's still one of my favorites. It looks amazing. And now to my favorite fossil, the Autunia fern. I bought this 3 or 4 years ago already. The time flies. It's a piece of Autunia fern from Limburg, which is in the Netherlands, which is not too far away from where I live, but it's a province of the Netherlands, and there in the mines you can't unfortunately mine anymore because of a hazard that it will collapse. But this is one of the last fossils gotten out of there. It is about 360 to 298 million years ago. It's from the, or no, that is from the Carboniferous, and I'm not entirely certain what age gap is between it. I'm guessing the younger size. I'm guessing about 300 million years old at, I think, oldest. Yeah, you can see some nice. This is some nice coal deposits here as well. But this is a nice black color from the coal. It's a bit dusty, so I'm wiping the dust off. But it's a beautiful fossil. It's, as you can see, compared to my hand, and I've quite large hands, quite large fingers. You can see that's quite a big boy. And I know there's a second fossil in here, on this layer here. I'm unfortunately afraid that if I will, well, I have to remove this, and I don't want to remove my fern, so there's another fossil in there which I'll never ever see, but I'm happy with how it looks. It's one of my favorite fossils, and you can even see a little bit twig, I think it's a stem, but it's an absolute beauty. It is also a tree fern. It isn't a normal fern, just a tree fern. And I am 90% sure it's an Altonia fern. If it isn't, and one of you guys knows which species it is, you can just tell me in the comments which one it is. I am not 100% certain of all the species that are laying around it. Well, of course, this is a calamite. This one I'm 100% sure is calamites, but for the rest I don't know the species. Like this fish vertebrate, it could be from a salmon 10 million years ago, or it could be from a well, they said they found it in the north coast of Morocco, but it can be 90 million years ago, or sorry, 90 million years old, but I don't entirely know. Even these ones, I know this is an Orthroceros, but I don't know for sure if that is what this is, and I don't know the exact species either. That's my hat. We got these ones. I'm pretty sure they are clearly Ceras, but again, not 100% sure. Probably 80% sure they are those species. And same goes for the Altonia fern. I'm not 100% sure it's an Altonia fern, but most likely it is. But it's one of my favorite fossils. I hope you enjoyed this small video of all the fossils I have. If you did, please give me a like and subscribe. I always really appreciate you guys watching it. And again, a great thank you for 100 subscribers. It's been an absolute hell of a journey, and I never expected 100. I was expecting something similar to my first channel, which it will be stuck at 50 for about 4 years, but a great thank you for getting me to 100 subscribers. It doesn't mean a lot to some, but to me it does. Every single person watching is another reason for me to make a video. So I hope you all really enjoyed this video, and as always, stay healthy. Bye bye everyone.